Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Clonks and welcome back to another episode of my FC24 Manchester United Career Mode series. As always guys, if you did miss the last episode, head back and check it in the description down below. But in the last one, we got a 2-0 victory against Fulham. We then beat Manchester City, which was a big one, 2-1. We also beat Everton 2-0, and then we did lose to Sheffield United in that simulated match. But overall a decent episode. In this episode today though, we'll start the day off against Brentford. We will then have two tough fixtures against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and then Liverpool at Old Trafford. So this is how the league table is looking heading into this episode. We sit in 6th with 48 points, but only 4 points off top 4 now. However, we have played one game more than Manchester City in that position. But if we can try and pick up 9 points today, it should put us in a decent position finally to get into that top 4. So jumping into the first game of the episode, the Brentford side then was Flecken, Barcomi, Zanka, Hickey, Janelt, Chiquinho, De Silva, Mbuemo, Anthony and Lewis Potter in a 4-3-3 holding. And then my team then was Onana, Shaw, Martinez, Araujo, Dalot, Højbjerg, Casemiro, Fernandes, Rashford, Marlon and Timo Werner up top. Hopefully we can have a good start. So in the 14th minute we get the first chance of the game. So Rashford plays to Fernandes, who plays a nice ball into Timo Werner. Werner plays it out to Marlon. Marlon whips a good ball in. Fernandes is there, but a good save from Flecken. 10 minutes later we get another chance. Rashford plays a nice ball into Werner. Werner does a good bit of footwork to ground his man, but Flecken is there with the easy save in the end. And then from the resulting corner, Fernandes whips it in. Araujo's there, and we do take a 1-0 lead in this game. Araujo with his first goal of his Manchester United career. A really nice header as well. Good ball in for Fernandes. Good header. Simple, easy. We take a 1-0 lead here at the Brentford Community Stadium. Then 35 minutes in, Brentford come at us. A nice ball from Lewis Potter into De Silva. De Silva then gets a shot, but Onana is quick off his line with a good save. Ball falls back out though for Brentford. Hickey plays it into De Silva. Plays it back to Hickey. Hickey then gets around his man. Plays a nice ball to Antonio, but wide. So that's how the first half ended. In the second half, Brentford get the first chance. Chiquinho with a good bit of footwork to get around Dalot. Araujo can't get it away, which means Potter can get it back to Chiquinho, but Onana with a really good save again. And some bit of good news, Anthony, finally back from injury, comes onto the pitch. Then from the resulting corner, Brentford get a chance. They play over to De Silva. De Silva's there again, but Onana is forced into action yet again. Then a nice bit of high pressing from Bruno Fernandes means we get another chance. Fernandes then plays a really beautiful ball to Timo Werner, who has to put it in, but he puts it just wide. Then from a throw in our own final third, Araujo plays to Anthony, Anthony plays it back to Onana, back to Araujo, back to Anthony. Anthony then takes the ball a little bit and then plays a nice ball into Dalot. Dalot then runs at the defence, keeps going, plays another ball back to Anthony. Anthony into Kubo. Kubo across to Mason Mount, who takes a strike on his left foot, and what a finish. We make it 2-0. Mason Mount's first goal of the season, a really nice one. Would have liked him to contribute a bit more, but what a finish that was, and we are 2-0 up. Then in the final minutes of the game, we have a really huge tackle there from Araujo, which means that we can go on the break. Kubo then plays a nice ball into Girassi. Girassi plays it back to Kubo nicely. Kubo goes through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper onto his left foot, takes a strike, good save from Flecken, but the ball falls for Garnacho, who puts it in from the tight angle to finish the game off. A nice 3-0 victory for us, a really good goal, a nice on the break. Kubo probably should have scored, but Garnacho was there to pick up the pieces, and we do end up winning this first game 3-0, and now we head to Stamford Bridge. So the Chelsea team then, they had Sanchez in goal, Chilwell, DCC, Silva and Gusto in the back four. Then they had Sterling, Lavia, Enzo, Pepe, Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson up top. And then our team was Onana, Malacia, Inacio, Lindelof, Dalot, Højbjerg, Casemiro, Fernandes, Rashford, Werner and Marlon. A bit of a rotated team due to fitness. So we get the first chance of this game from a throw-in. Fernandes plays it into Timo Werner. Werner takes a shot, but Sanchez is there to save. And then from the resulting corner, Fernandes whips it in. Lindelof is there, but Sanchez is there again. So despite being all over Chelsea in this first half, we didn't really create much. But Chelsea do get the final chance of the half with a ball over to Jackson, but Onana is there for a comfortable save. Then Chelsea come quick out the blocks in the second half. Nkunku keeps the ball nicely, does a bit of skill to get around his men. Then he gets the ball back to Jackson, who does a good feint to get around his man. Lindelof then tackles him, but it falls off Dalot. Jackson takes another strike, comes off Onana, and he's there to score. How's your luck? I mean, Nicholas Jackson was destined to score. So from that frustrating goal to concede, I came up the other end absolutely fuming. Good ball in from Dalot, falls to Werner, but Sanchez with a good save. And from the resulting corner, Fernandes puts it in, Casemiro's up, good save from Sanchez yet again. Then Chelsea come up the other end, a nice ball into Raheem Sterling. Sterling then gets round Lindelof, plays the ball into Nkunku, over to Jackson, who finishes for his brace. And just like that, despite pretty much being the better team in this game, we're 2-0 down. Then straight from kickoff, we play a ball out to Casemiro. Casemiro then plays a nice ball into Dalot. Dalot then cuts inside, and Raheem Sterling decides to take him out. Now Raheem Sterling was already on a yellow card, so he got his marching orders for a second yellow, and he can't really argue. Silly challenge, and Chelsea are down to 10 men. Then we come on the break in the 77th minute. A nice ball into Girassi. Girassi keeps running with it, gets one-on-one with Sanchez, plays a nice ball over for an easy finish for Anthony to get his first goal of the season. Second game back from injury. He's not going to score an easier goal this season though, and we are back into this tie. We then get a big chance to equalise then late on in this game. Girassi with a nice bit of skill to go around the defender. Gets one-on-one with Sanchez, but Sanchez with a good save, but Girassi's got to be scoring that. And then Chelsea, late on in this game, come up the other end. Jackson finds himself one-on-one with Onana, and Onana, he's been really good this season. We've got no complaints from him, but this game, he was poor. I don't know what he's doing there. He's come out, and he's got nowhere near it, and Jackson finishes us off with a hat-trick, and we do lose this game 3-1 heading into that big game against Liverpool next. So jumping to the final game of the episode against Liverpool, this was a Liverpool team. They got Becker, Robertson, Konate, Matip, Hakimi, Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Berardi, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz up top. And then Onana, Shaw, Martinez, Araujo, Wan-Bissaka, Højbjerg, Casemiro, Fernandes, Rashford, Girassi and Marlon was our team. So it was us that came out of the blocks quicker in this one. Girassi takes a strike, takes another strike after the block, and the ref actually gives a penalty for handball against Joel Matip. So if you're unfamiliar with what I do with handballs, I do have them on for penalties, but I do a VAR check just to make sure, because some of them can be dodgy. And this one was, I took a while, I looked at it, and I really looked at it, and I almost didn't give it. But then there's slight movement from Matip with his arm to block it, which then makes me decide that it is a penalty, which Bruno Fernandes comes up and finishes it off nicely, and we do take a 1-0 lead. You guys might not agree, but I just thought that slight movement was enough to give that a penalty. If he had kept his arm there, it would have been, but because he moved it, I think it has to be a penalty. Then a couple of minutes later, Liverpool come up the other end, so Núñez has the ball here, whips a ball into Endo, gets a bit lucky to end up back with Szoboszlai, who takes a strike, but Onana gets down low to save it. Girassi then gets another huge chance to make it 2-0 in this game. A nice ball from Bruno Fernandes means he's 1-1 against Alisson, but Alisson comes out on top. Then the final chance of the half comes from us just before half time. We win the ball back in our own box, then we go on the break. Højbjerg plays a nice ball into Marlon with a 1-2. Marlon then drives, keeps going, gets around everybody, then takes a strike. Alisson with a good save, but the ball falls kindly for Girassi, who does put it in, but Alisson did almost get there. He was very close. If you look at this, he's a bit unlucky actually. He's very close, but he does take it over his own line. But Girassi is credited with the goal, and we take a 2-0 lead going into half-time. Then in a very impressive performance, this one I have to say, against Liverpool, we get another chance. Marcus Rashford gets through, Alisson with another good save, but the ref gives another penalty for a handball against Matip again. But this one is harsh. It's very easy. It's not a penalty. It's bounced up off Konate onto Matip. Definitely not a penalty. Liverpool actually get their second chance of the game in the 74th minute. A very poor performance by them, but take nothing away. It was us. We had a really good game. Núñez takes a strike on Nana with a good save though. Liverpool then get another chance with Mo Salah on the right. He comes inside, crosses the ball in to Diaz. Diaz with the first time volley, but Onana gets down well. And then we come on the break. So Onana then throws it out to Anthony. Anthony then cuts inside with a nice bit of skill and then gets a nice pass out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka puts an early ball into Garnacho, heavy touch, and he does get there before Alisson to finish this game off and finish a really nice performance, a really good goal. It was a very heavy touch. I thought, oh, Alisson's definitely getting this, but he's more determined than Alisson and gets underneath it to toe poke the ball away. And again, like I said, a really good finish. Alisson would probably be a bit disappointed he didn't get there, but take nothing away from the determination from the young Garnacho. And we do finish that game off and finish the episode off with a 3-0 victory against Liverpool. Massive. So this is how the league table is looking to end this episode. We remain in 6th on 54 points, but we are only the 4 points off top 4 now, with Liverpool occupying that 4th spot, but we still have played that one game more, and we are now starting to run out of games, so we need to, it's vital that we start picking up points now. We have to start winning every single game if we want to get into that top 4, and it's pretty important that we do, considering that the board aren't too happy with our performance, which is fair enough. I understand we haven't been performing that well, but in the next episode we will play Bournemouth, Newcastle and Burnley, and then that is the penultimate episode, and then the episode after will be the finale where we play Brighton, Arsenal and Crystal Palace. But that's where we leave this episode now, guys. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. I have been uploading daily over the weekend. I think this is the one you'll see on Saturday, then there will be one tomorrow on Sunday and then one on Monday, and the Monday one will actually be the season finale. And just to let you guys know as well, from season 2 I will be streaming it live over on Twitch, so make sure that you head to the description down below. There'll be a link to my channel, so you can go over there and follow my Twitch channel, so that you can see me and come and join me live on these episodes. I will still be uploading on YouTube, but we will be streaming it live also. But until the next one, guys, remember to take care, and we will see you for the penultimate episode tomorrow. Bye.